President Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, is also facing new scrutiny after that report about his family business. This as the president feuds with his attorney general, Jeff Sessions. Well, last night, Sessions was spotted dining with his top officials in the Justice Department in what's being called a show of solidarity. Our Chief Justice correspondent, Pierre Thomas, the latest on all this. Good morning, Pierre.
Robin, good morning. That's right. After months of looking the other way, while the president publicly and repeatedly criticized him, Sessions stood up for himself and his department, making his future uncertain. This morning, there are signs that another high-profile administration official could be forced out. Sources telling ABC News President Trump is outraged at Attorney General Jeff Sessions, who delivered an extraordinary rebuke Wednesday to one of the president's tweets. After the president says Sessions was disgraceful for asking the Inspector General rather than Justice Department attorneys to investigate claims of potential surveillance abuse, Sessions pushed back, defending his department, saying in a statement, "We have initiated the appropriate process that will ensure complaints against this department will be fully and fairly acted upon if necessary. As long as I am the Attorney General, I will continue to discharge my duties with integrity and honor." The key question, whether Mr. Trump was trying to regain control of the Russia probe by trying to force Sessions out. ABC News has recently reported that the special counsel has requested documents about Sessions' near resignation last year after being scolded by the president. Meanwhile, the president's son-in-law facing increasing scrutiny. Overnight, the New York Times reporting that Jared Kushner's real estate firm received $509 million in loans after the leaders of two major Wall Street companies had White House meetings with Kushner. According to the Times, Joshua Harris, who helped found Apollo Global Management,
we're finding lots of opportunities privately to inject capital.
Meeting multiple times with Kushner before his company lent $184 million to Kushner companies to help refinance the mortgage on a Chicago skyscraper. And Citigroup loaning Kushner companies and a partner firm $325 million to finance office buildings in Brooklyn.
I am senior advisor to President Donald J. Trump.
The meeting and loans involving companies associated with the often seen but rarely heard from Kushner, critics say raises ethical questions about one of the president's top advisors, who also happens to be his son-in-law.
Jared Kushner and Donald Trump have flouted all kinds of norms when it comes to outside business interests.
With all the recent scrutiny, the president has defended his daughter Ivanka's husband.
Well, Jared's done an outstanding job. I think he's been treated very unfairly.
A spokesman for Kushner's attorney, Abby Lowell, issued a statement last night to ABC News, making clear his client has completely separated himself from the family business, not pursuing any loans while at the White House, abiding by all ethics rules. A spokesman for Kushner Company says stories like this attempt to make insinuating connections that do not exist to disparage the financial institutions and companies involved. The question for critics this morning is whether Kushner should have met with those companies in the White House in the first place.
It is a big question. Okay, Pierre, thanks very much. Let's bring in our chief legal analyst, Dan Abrams, for more on all this. Real questions of ethics and appearance for Kushner to be meeting with these bankers when his family companies are seeking loans. But what are the legal implications?
Right. We need to separate out the ethical from the legal. Look, their position is he's divested. They weren't talking Kushner-related business. And as a result, there is no...
He's only divested from a portion.
That's true. That's true. And he still has an interest in the larger business. But what they are saying is they weren't talking Kushner business, period. End of discussion with regard to the legal questions. Now, as you heard from the statement there, the insinuation, of course, is that, boy, these additional loans sure came forward at interesting times following meetings in the White House. What happened there? So those are questions not definitively answered.
Meantime, we have to talk about this situation with the Attorney General. We have never seen anything like this before.
Yeah, look,
for much of the last year, the president in a public war with his own Attorney General.
This is not normal. Let's be clear. It is not normal to have a public spat with the Attorney General over his independence. Some people are saying, oh, you know, people fight. And yes, they do.
Not people fight investigating the president.
They don't fight in public like this very often. And B, they don't fight about the integrity and independence of the Department of Justice. I mean, that's what we're talking about here.
And now we do know that Robert Mueller, the special counsel, is looking at this series of tweets, these series of fights between the president and his attorney general.
Right. Well, I think he's looking at more than just with regard to the attorney general. He's looking into tweets and fights with a number of former members of his team, including James Comey and others. But so then it takes on a greater significance now. This discussion, this fight between Sessions and Trump now becomes another possible question for Mueller to investigate.
Dan Abrams, thanks very much. Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.